Let there be light, and there was light. Oh, it's been a long time. It feels like forever. Of course, if I'm using the word forever, which has the word Eve, E-V-E, in ever, I suppose I can take some consolation in that, that Mother Eve has been with me or is still with me. Okay, so it's just to remind us that whenever we use words like never, ever, whenever, whoever, wherever, whatever, whosoever, we are always mindful or intending or to be mindful of Mother Eve's presence. We are always inviting Mother Eve's presence. So we may not be mindful. Of course, I said we are being mindful. We may not be mindful, but we have been conditioned to use or use the essence or vibration of Mother Eve. So we have been programmed in essence to remember Mother Eve, but somehow we have forgotten. Or perhaps now we are meant to remember that which we have forgotten. So there I am, Crime Queen. If you are joining us for the first time, this is where we have fun with words and numbers. Numerology to be precise. Okay, so I'm trying to get my lighting in a way that can at least make it seem that I'm real here. Okay, I am real, I can assure you. But it's just, I think when we have a better lighting, it makes it more inviting. Yes, lighting, inviting. Okay, that's that IN word again, because we are talking about words and numbers. So light, of course, is 11, the first master number. And when Mother Eve in the scripture said, let there be light, and there was light, that was, oh, I was going to say it's the first master number stated, but I think it's really in the word created. So I have done this before. I'm just remembering the word created is 11. If I'm correct, it equals 29, and 2 plus 9 is 11. So just to ensure that I've got this correct, now I've just pulled up this board, because if you have checked my or as a subscriber, you probably have realized I haven't been on YouTube for, or on the camera for about 3-4 weeks, and now I am using the number 29. I've just pulled this up. This is Mother Eve. Let's say hi to Mother Eve. Of course, that's where we have talked about whenever, whatever, and whomsoever. So I've just pulled the back of this, of course, to check the word created. But the first number that I spotted was 29, which is a master number. So we are talking about synchronicity here. But let's see how correct the word created is. So I'm going to use another board instead of wiping this off, which has this nice correlation here already. I think I may be needing this. Well, I need more boards. I need, oh, this is lovely. Now, I'm really loving this. So I thought I would take another board, and the other board that I got has the word created on it, which is the word I want to really examine. So it looks like this is actually getting us to look at the word or the essence of synchronicity. So let's see how that takes us. Now, it would be nice to really say that I know exactly what I want to talk about in this video. No, I had so many ideas that I want to explore, and while I am saying this, let's take the word created. But I have been watching I think his name is Barry T. Barry Wright. something T Berry, right? And of course, in his videos is the Forever Knowledge, I think it's called. So if you've come across, trying to remember the first name, but it's Berry, something Berry, or T Berry Wright. I think that Wright is really, I'm wondering whether he's changed the name to Writer, but he is a filmmaker, and he's so eloquent in his delivery. And not only that he's eloquent, it's the content that he delivers, I think, has encapsulated everything I wanted to say, or everything it feels like I need to know is in this series of about 8 videos, and it's about ancient Egypt. It's about our purpose here, and how our world is going to end and how it's going to begin. It's the cycles. He speaks about the wormhole in the sun, and he speaks about how the pyramids are really they were not built by slaves as we were told, but it's the construct of or it's the symbol of the symbols that the gods have left us. And we could say like the landmarks. We could as if they were messages, as if they have been meant for our learning. Although there was I would say a controversy in or controversial statement in the delivery, in one sense, that the Great Pyramid of Egypt is meant to be there to teach us, and the 3 pyramids are meant to throw us of course, or of knowing what our true purpose is. But having said all of that, I am believing that everything is happening just perfectly the way it is meant to. Even when we feel that it is not happening the way it is meant to, that in itself is really or learning, or if we feel we ought to have learned something before, it is all part of the makeup. I feel it is all part of the orchestration of this universe that we are in. So I make mention, if you are interested in exploring this man's videos, this Barry White or T. Berry White, I feel that he's very insightful in his knowledge and his delivery. In fact, his theory is about the stones are there as the vibration to take our fingerprints, if you like, of that vibration. It's like our ticket to the heavens. It's really like our ticket to the heavens. It's like going through customs, and you put your passport on this machine that reads everything, and according to him, it would seem that's what we need to do to lay our hands or make that contact with the stones that of the pyramid that has been set for us. So the gods are aware of our vibration or readiness into the next realm. So basically, in short, he has said what I have said on here, but actually I realized that his teachings had been recorded, or those videos, from 2016. So it would seem that I am saying what he has said, but I've just only recently come across these teachings. And I think on one hand that has been part of my absence for being in front of the camera again, because it's as if you meet someone who's has said it all, and that's how it seemed to me. It's as if he said it all and there is nothing else to say. And then I had to remind myself of my purpose I had to remind myself of what I am discovering, and from what dimension or from what content my own learning or teaching is coming from. So again, it's really from the Bible and the Holy Bible of the King James Version. So this is what I could say I specialize in. While I was watching these videos, I became convinced that the content of all those videos are really hidden in the scriptures. That even this, the stones or the pyramid, I believe they are all coded in the Holy Scriptures. And I am willing to really explore what it is that's what all the teachings or the codes or whatever it is, and if, for instance, that they are really there, I believe Mother Eve, the said God. If you are new to this channel, when I speak of Mother Eve, I am speaking of the divine feminine. I'm speaking of the waters, the source that has the key of all creation. I am speaking of the serpent, the snake that was cast to the ground, but is there to teach us how to take our rise, how to activate our kundalini, how to open our chakras, how to ignite the pineal gland, which is all I'm talking about. Mother Eve. The Mother Eve is the said God who spoke and said, "Let there be light." The first magical spell cast in the scriptures was by Mother Eve. Let there be light, and there was light. Of course, I see that, of course, came to, I think it is 24, let there be light, and there was light, meaning if it's 24, it's 2 plus 4 is 6, and that also equals the word said, as in the title of Mother Eve, the said God. Now, were we going to talk about the word created, which equals 29 and 11? Because, of course, in the spell of the said God who said, "Let there be light," and there was light, the word light, as I said, equals 11. So let's look at the word created. This is 3, 9, 5, 1, 2, 5, 4. Of course, this is 9 and 9. And 9, 3 nines, that would be 27. Of course, plus 2 is 29. I have a splendid memory. 2 plus 9 is 11. So the first master number, which is 11, of course, the first master number is 11, but also it is the first master number registered or recorded in the Holy Bible. And I think it is done on the 5th word. In the beginning, God created. So the word created, of course, is done on the 5th entrance of the scriptures. And of course, Mother Eve is 5. So we have explored a lot of Mother Eve's characteristics, as of course in the word snake equals 5, the word pyramid equals 5, Christ, and key, close, not close, but open, lock. And so those in themselves, and waters, which is the life force that we are talking about when in Genesis chapter 1 verse 2, and God moved, the Spirit of God moved upon the face of the waters, or the face of the deep, and the waters. I do get a little bit mixed up with waters and the deep, but they are still the same. So the deep or the waters, we are talking about reflection. And that's why all our actions are really reflections of whatever that has been. And that was another thing that Barry Wright was making reference to. Oh, I loved it when he said we are really not the first species this has happened billions, or I think he did say about 30 times before, or 30 million. But we as human have been going through these cycles. Like I said, we are the result of a genesis or a genocide. We are the genesis, or the, like you would hear, of the Exodus. So there was a new people, a new event. Of course, Eve and so I'm saying event just to remind us that Mother Eve is present there. So when we say about an event, the word Eve actually is that which is present before any event takes place. So this is why I love to call upon the presence of Mother Eve, that which is present. The word present as well is that which is synonymous with serpent. So that which is serpent, that which is wisdom before any event takes place, because it does not happen without Mother Eve. Now, you may have detected that my voice is a little bit different, because I have been nursing myself to recovery for the past 3 to 4 weeks. It has not been the sole reason why I have been away, but it has happened that way. And each time I think I'm ready to really get my voice across, because it's about the blue chakra. So I need to really get this balanced. Talking about balance, I know this is like a general, I'm just really wanting to make my presence felt here on this Crime Queen YouTube channel again, because especially for my subscribers, which I really do want to thank you, and I really want to say I have been thinking of you, and hence why I felt it's necessary to make this extra effort just to say hello, that I think of you, and I do want to share more information with you. But I am also knowing that, or remembering, this channel is about self-love. It's about loving ourselves. And so part of my loving myself here is to really ensure that I am balancing my throat chakra to a level where I can do these presentations safely without causing more harm to myself. And so I hope you will understand, of course, and bear with me. There is so much that I really want to talk about, because it's again about Mother Eve in her spells of let there be light. And I'm going to be looking across on a board I have. So it's let there be light, and let there be a firmament. Let the waters be divided, and let the earth bring forth fruit and grass and herb, and let them bring life, or let the war. So I'm just trying to remember the essence of these 8 lettings Mother Eve conveyed in the scriptures of Genesis chapter 1. And so there was the 5th or 6th letting is let the waters again bring forth creatures that which have life abundantly. And so that was very specific in the text. So there was a message that the waters was the source that had life, and it brought out life. And that's what Mother Eve is now reminding us about life, because Mother Eve is life. And on this 8th cycle, where Mother Eve says, let us make man in our image after our likeness, I am believing that Mother Eve is reminding us of the importance of acknowledging waters as the life source and the life form, that reflects, and perhaps this is what is just coming to me now, that perhaps each time we are engaging with water, let us bring Mother Eve into our minds in acknowledging the life force that we are, because we are 90% water and female 100% water. Now, another thing that Mother Eve has reminded me, because I was looking at the word water, which is really like matter. It is the W has turned upside down, and of course there are two T's in the word matter. But, however, this is the formation of the waters in that sense. It's like saying water is fluid, or it's the fluid aspect of water, or the solid aspect of water, or however it comes. So this is what Mother Eve is saying. Matter is also water. And it reminds me, like when we say, what's the matter? We are talking about something that is of fluidity then. So in that context of saying, what's the matter? Something we are able to articulate, that means that there is flow to it. And that is really telling us that the matter has transformed into that which flows like water. It is just another form of water. So, M-A-T-T-E-R. So let's just do this. And this is 412259. So if we count this, this is 9. Of course, 9 and 9, 18, 19, 23. So that's matter is 23. Again, it's like my board out there, which is 32 or 23, whichever way you want to really look at it. So this is the matter. Now, Mother Eve has just intuitively reminded me of this. And of course, we talk about the words waters. So we have been looking at synchronicity. So let's look at waters. The waters spoken of in Genesis. I hope you can see this. I've got my little original board. So this is 51259. So 9 and 8 is 17, 18, 19, 20. This is 22, but we were talking about waters. Of course, the S is Mother Eve's presence, Mother Eve's signature, and that makes it 23. So we can see that matter and waters is really one and the same. Now, as I said, I didn't have a real subject for this video. It seemed like more that a need to warm up and really get my presence and my flow, and really it's like me making a declaration to a declaration here to the universe, saying that I am willing and ready to be back on camera doing these presentations. Now I feel that also that it may just be this one presentation for today. I'll see how I feel at the end of this one, and but I hope you have enjoyed this, that we have just gone with just having fun, just really making our presence felt, just making sure that we remember Mother Eve in the waters, and the matter of everything is really Mother Eve. Whether it be the evening, whether it be the where we say even, or Eve, or every, or whatever, or whomsoever, just being present. Now, I'll leave you with my last ritual, and I think you know this. I believe everyone who's watching a video like this would know the essence of water, but I'll just take the opportunity to remind you that when we have the water and we pray over it, or sometimes for me, I just say, thank you, Mother Eve. You know, let this saturate my system or nourish my body, whatever it is, just over the glass of water. Just be grateful for it because it's Mother Eve really moving through us. Let me thank you. I'm getting a sensation here that really feels like Mother Eve's presence is really here now. I'm going to disclose this sensation. It usually starts from my foot. It's really my leg. I think Mother Eve's way of climbing up. It's like the serpent climbing up the tree. Okay, so this sensation is like Mother Eve is like touching my leg and saying, yeah, that's fine. I'm glad you remember to let them know about or to remind them about blessing the waters. Okay, so I thank you. And may you be even brighter, even lovelier, even more enriched in whatever you do. Okay, so thank you. Stay ignited because here we are planting new seeds for this new world that we are part of co-creations, or we are co-creating with Mother Eve when Mother Eve says, let us make man in our image after our likeness. So let us make man. Thank you.